And welcome to another episode of Wasting All the Time, Level 3. My name is Dave, and I will be your host. I'm joined by two of the three cohorts this recording session time. John.
Hey, I'm John.
And Cody.
It's me, Cody, from Earth.
Good recovery there. I timed that perfectly with a big swig of some sort of beverage. And boy, he's a professional showman, if nothing else. So he's a professional showman.
No. That's good. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to showbiz you. I did a little.
A professional showman.
But I can't read the room. Nothing else.
This is an improv comedy podcast. We will each of us bring a segment and there will be improv. That is it. That's the only promise we make. So we're going to kick things off.
Pretty good off being that funny.
We're going to kick things off with one of John's segments. Here we go.
And now it's time for John to break shit down. Now entering the Jonologue.
So I want to talk about decorative pots for a little bit, and then we can go back to what we were doing. So decorative pots are like normal pots except for useless. They don't actually have any function as far as like putting plants in them. There's no drainage generally. If you did put a plant in it, it would probably die because it would just be waterlogged and it would get all mildewy and gross and start growing mosquito larvae in the rotting soil and root system. But I mean, it's going to look really pretty while it does that. That's the one advantage of your standard decorative pot. You could also put, I guess other decorative pots inside the larger decorative pot, kind of a decorative pot nesting pot doll thing. And so that would be an option, but then you wouldn't be able to see the decorative pots inside. You would have to take them out one by one until you had a line of decorative pots that you can't do anything with because they serve no purpose other than looking interesting on a shelf somewhere, maybe with a dead plant in them, if that's your thing, or maybe with a plastic plant, which looks like a plastic plant. I'm sorry, Arlene, it looks like a plastic plant. It does not look real. Fuck. God damn, how many times do I have to talk about this?
We gotta tell her.
I don't think we gotta tell her.
They're everywhere.
Yeah, so she'll figure it out on her own. We don't have to tell her.
Did she figure it out with the spoons? Mm-hmm. Did she figure it out with the McDonald's toys?
Okay,
Did she figure it out with the tattoos?
She would have gotten there, okay? She would have gotten there if you hadn't fucking broken.
No fucking man on earth could sustain that for that long. I don't want you putting that on my head. How dare you?
I'm sorry you crack under pressure. That's obviously my fault.
You're a piece of shit, you know that? You're a real piece of shit.
Well, I'm a piece of shit who can keep a secret.
Maybe we should watch our language around all the kids here. It's
right.
It's okay. It's all right. We can let all the kids know. I think they all know I'm not the real Santa. I'm a decorative Santa.
We're not supposed to say that, and so there's a lot of training. There's a lot of habit built in. It's gonna take some. Yep. Anyway,
yes.
having a great day. Having a.
Now we're laughing.
I enjoy laughing.
Santa. It's May and they're already doing the Christmas stuff.
Yeah, I'm sweating my balls off here.
I love capitalism.
I'm sweating my Jingle Bells off here.
Thank you.
This is definitely something the real Santa would do. Is set up a winter wonderland in a mall and in May.
Mhm.
Honestly, you just look like you know what you're doing and they'll let you get away with it. These are just decorative security guards.
December's Christmas trees haven't even fully dried out yet, and here we are.
Not fully. I keep them sopping wet.
Ding!
What the fuck? That's gonna haunt my goddamn nightmares. I keep them sopping wet. Jesus
with that
Christ.
classic Santa Claus wink.
Big wink.
What does it mean? Why? Why does it mean that?
Well, there you go. That was the Jonologue. Thank you for expounding upon that for us, John.
Of course, it's my calling.
And what a calling it is.
Isn't he on whose line is it anyway? Mr. Mockery?
Calling.
Man, I'm glad I cracked myself up.
Well, and with that little teaser of humor and wit, let's move it on to Cody's segment.
So you may have noticed, there's only 3 of our delightful foursome here today. And needs must we figure out where our erstwhile quadrenarian is. We're going to do this with a little twist. While we figure out where's Jess, every time we come up with something, another segment in the bit, it must include a new form of transportation.
Okay.
If looks could kill, Dave, you save that for your employees. You're a manager now. You need to you need to castrate someone else with your eyeballs.
Mm-hmm.
So as we know, there's only 3 of us here. I heard Jess has been off riding a unicycle.
Yeah, I heard that she was off riding a unicycle so that she could catch a bus to Las Vegas.
Yep. Jess was riding a unicycle to catch a bus to go to Vegas, where she was going to get in one of those gondola boats.
Our Jess was riding a unicycle to catch a bus to Las Vegas to get in a gondola boat, which would then board the Titanic?
Yeah, Jess was riding a unicycle to catch a bus to Las Vegas, where she took a gondola boat to the Titanic, which then sank on schedule, leaving her to jet ski to Alaska.
That's right. Jess was on a unicycle, took that to the bus station to catch a bus to go to Vegas to get once in Vegas, get in one of those gondola boats. And the gondola boat took her to get on the Titanic, which sank on schedule, leaving her to jet ski to Alaska, where she caught a Chinese junk to cross the ocean waves.
That is so our Jess, who would be riding a unicycle to catch a bus to Vegas so she could get on one of those gondola boats, which would eventually take her to the Titanic, which of course would sink on schedule, leaving her to jet ski all the way to Alaska, where she would get on a Chinese junk across the ocean waves until she boarded a submersible bound for Atlantis.
Yep, that Jess riding a unicycle to the bus stop to take a bus to Las Vegas, where she got on a gondola boat that took her to the Titanic, which sank on schedule, leaving her to jet ski to Alaska, where she caught a Chinese junk across the ocean waves and got into a submersible to Atlantis, where she parlayed some possessions into some orichalcum beads, which powered a little Atlantean automobile.
You're such a dick.
Yep, Jess rode her unicycle to the bus stop, hopped on a bus, went to Vegas, got on a gondola boat to the Titanic, which sank on schedule. Then she had to jet ski all the way to Alaska, got on a Chinese junk to cross the ocean waves. From there, she hitched a ride on a submersible to Atlantis, bartered some of her belongings to get orichalcum beads, which powered her Atlantean automobile. She drove that all the way to Cape Canaveral to get on a friggin' space rocket, went to the moon.
I can't believe that our Jess would ride a unicycle to catch a bus to Vegas, get on one of those gondola boats, get all the way to the Titanic, which would sink on schedule, leaving her to jet ski to Alaska to then board a Chinese junk across the ocean waves, where she would catch a submersible to Atlantis, where she would parlay some of her possessions for orichalcum beads for her fucking Atlantean automobile, where she would drive all the way to Cape Canaveral to get on a fucking space shuttle to the moon, where she would ride a moon motorcycle up and down the dunes.
Well, yeah, that Jess riding a unicycle to catch a bus to Las Vegas, where she got on a gondola boat to the Titanic. Titanic, old reliable, sank on schedule. So she took a jet ski from that wreckage to Alaska, where she got on a Chinese junk boat to then catch a submersible down to Atlantis, where she bartered some of her belongings for orichalcum beads to power an Atlantean automobile, which took her to Cape Canaveral, where she got on a spaceship and went to the moon, where she took a moon motorcycle to over the dunes, and towards a one of those sandworm things from Dune. And she rode that thing. You ride them, right? I think you ride them. And she rode that all the way back to good old Sacramento, California.
That's right. Jess rode halfling. Jess rode her unicycle to the bus stop.
Oh, you're allowed to comment right there.
Life flashed before my eyes. Jess rode her unicycle to the bus stop, got on a bus to Vegas, got on a gondola boat to the Titanic, which sank on schedule. From that, she jet skied all the way to Alaska, hopped on a Chinese junk to cross the ocean waves. Where she ended up, I don't know, but she got on a submersible, and the submersible took her to Atlantis. So let's just forget that middle part. Once she was in Atlantis, she parlayed or bartered some of her belongings for orichalcum beads, which she used to power an Atlantean automobile from Atlantis all the way to sunny Cape Canaveral, where she hopped on a friggin' moon rocket, went to the moon. Once she got to the moon, she boarded a moon motorcycle, took it across the dunes, low gravity, sick air or vacuum. And once she was done with that, she got on one of those dune sandworms, or I guess technically regolith worms, and she rode the regolith worm all the way down to sunny Sacramento. And once in Sacramento, she went to the train museum and hopped on a train, took that down along the river.
That's so cute. It's just like our Jess to ride a unicycle to the bus stop, where she catch a bus to Vegas. We should take one of those gondola boats, get on the Titanic, which would sink on schedule. So she would ride a jet ski all the way to Alaska, where she would catch a Chinese junk in the ocean waves, where she would take a submersible to Atlantis, where she would barter, parlay, or trade some of her possessions for orichalcum beads to power the Atlantean automobile, which she would then drive all the way to sunny Cape Canaveral, where she would catch a moon rocket to Luna, the moon, where she would hop on top of a moon motorcycle and catch some sweet vacuum. From there, she would ride the sandworm, or if you're being accurate, Shai Hulud, all the way down to Sacramento, California, where she would hop on the train museum and hop on the train and ride down the river, where she would ride dolphins out to the sea.
Yeah,
ocean, the
that
sea.
just always
PETA.
going in circles, starting on a unicycle, to catch a bus to Vegas, where she got on a gondola boat to the Titanic, which sank on schedule. So she jet skied away from that to Alaska, where she caught a Chinese junk, crossed the ocean waves, hopped a submersible to Atlantis, where she bartered some of her belongings for orichalcum beads to power an Atlantean automobile, which took her to sunny Cape Canaveral, where she hopped on a moon rocket to the moon. She took a moon motorcycle, to Sandworm, rode the Sandworm down to sunny Sacramento, California, where she went to the train museum, hopped on the train, and train took her along the American River, where she then rode dolphins out to sea, where she found, guess what? The wreck of the Titanic being pulled up again, got back on the Titanic, and sank it again on schedule.
All right, Dave, speed run. Let's hear it.
All right. Jess.
All right.
Hopped on a unicycle, rode that to the sunny bus stop, hopped on a bus, took that to sunny Las Vegas, hopped on a gondola boat, took that to sunny Titanic land, where she hopped on the Titanic, which sank on schedule. From there, beneath the ocean waves, the sunny ocean waves, she hopped on a jet ski, took that to sunny Alaska, hopped on to a Chinese junk, took that across the sunny ocean waves, hopped on a submersible, took that to sunny Atlantis, where she bartered some of her belongings for orichalcum beads, which she used to power her Atlantean automobile, which she hopped on and took to sunny Cape Canaveral. Once in sunny Cape Canaveral, our friend Jess hopped onto a moon rocket launch, took it all the way to the sunny moon, and once there, she hopped on a moon motorcycle. And with the moon motorcycle, she hopped the dunes, caught some sweet vacuum. From there, on the sunny moon, she hopped onto a regolith worm. I'm going back to that. The regolith worm somehow transited the 250,000 miles to sunny Sacramento, where Jess, our friend Jess, hopped on a train at the train museum, took that down the sunny river. From there, she hopped off the train, hopped onto some sunny dolphins on the sunny river, sunned her way down to the ocean, where she hopped onto the Titanic again, sank again on sunny schedule. Well, you might think this was the end for our friend Jess. Sinking on the Titanic twice, surely no one survives that. Well, isn't it just her luck? A pilot with an ornithopter came swooping down and picked her up with one of those balloon catcher things. And it was sunny.
That was amazing, dude. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. We did it.
There we go. I'm just going to call it there. That was awesome. That was awesome. I'm so proud of all of us, especially Dave.
Aw.
Killed it. See, you add a little bit in there, and then suddenly Dave's natural.
Yep.
He's a sunny natural.
Yeah, that was fun. Thank you for bringing that segment, Cody.
Yeah.
I
My
like the transportation twist.
Yeah, I thought that was going to be fun. I'm happy.
You were right.
First time for everything.
All right. That's it. It's my turn.
Yep.
Well, I thought that maybe we could talk about what we've been up to.
Oh.
Gasp!
What have you been up to? To what have you been?
Because I gotta update the world here, folks.
Enlighten us.
You the listener, you my lovely cohorts, you may remember a few years ago when the internet was taken by storm by this lovely word game called Wordle.
Ah, yes.
Well, let me tell you, I love words. Word games are fun for me. And I did not even touch it because it was so popular. And I have a natural aversion to bandwagons and popular things. And so even though I love words and I like word games, I never looked at it. Cut to now. I looked at it. And yeah, now I'm playing Wordle every day. And Connections. And Strands.
Connections
and
is
Spelling
fun.
Bee.
Keeps going. Okay.
And Letterboxd.
Wow.
And
Christ.
and I downloaded the New York Times Games app. And yeah, it sucked me in big time.
Nice. Good old Will Short.
Yeah, it's a joy. It's a true joy. I'm enjoying the joy. In sunny, I hopped on the bandwagon in the. Yeah. Anyway, so I've been playing New York Times word games every day for the past several days, and really enjoying it.
That's phenomenal.
And I'm going to go on vacation, an actual travel to another place, not for work or like family obligations. I'm gonna travel for leisure.
Nande?
Yeah, isn't that wild?
Yeah.
Okay, we will have been gone.
I mean, I think it's my first actual vacation if you design the parameters to be excluding other trips and such.
I do.
Thank you.
No
That's very
problem.
generous of you. I appreciate it. That's why we're friends. But yeah, I'm excited about that.
Awesome.
That's so awesome. Where are you going? What's you doing? What's the plan? Enlighten.
I am going to go to Michigan and visit with a friend. And then we're going to go to a variety show in Cleveland, Ohio, because why not?
Yeah.
I've heard Cleveland rocks.
Yeah,
That's
it's going to be
fun, dude.
It's going to be fun outside of my normal routine.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
Yeah. Happy for
Look
you.
at you living, tripping the light.
you.
Fantastic.
Yeah. So that's what I've been up to. That and work. And Minecraft, of course.
Yes, of course.
Oh, no. Very important. Minecraft, naturally.
They just put armadillos in Minecraft. They're way cuter than you think.
You're correct, because I didn't think they were going to be cute at all.
Yeah. How about you, Cody?
As of recording, I received a contract for the new rental property that I'll be moving into, effective the 1st, so in 2 more days. Except it had a typo in it. It was like, this contract will be effective until May 1st, 2024.
Oh.
And like, you're giving me a whole day, huh?
Yeah.
So I had to send that one back. That was fun. But yeah, moving into the house next door, just Jenny and I. It's a brand new adventure.
Ooh.
But it's cool because like Casey's still living in this house. And so, still staying close to all my friends and family. And so it's going to be a lot of fun. And I don't have to rent a fucking moving truck.
Yeah.
Jenny got us a little pull wagon. So I'm just going to load a bunch of boxes into that pull wagon and pull it 200 feet down the road into the house and then just yeet them on the floor and not give a shit.
There you go.
And it'll be
and
great.
Never touch them again.
That's what the garage is for.
Yeah.
We have a whole new garage to pile shit in that we're never going to touch.
Wonderful.
It's very exciting.
That is exciting. That's the
You
best.
gotta love it.
So I got that going for me, which is nice.
Mm-hmm.
What else? I actually got a paid voice gig not too long
nice.
ago, a couple
Nice.
weeks ago. Yeah. It was for Adobe
Oh,
and like a project they're doing on LinkedIn.
there we go.
So if you hear a very handsome voice telling you about, I don't know, shit you can do to help your employees or something, that might be me.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet, dude.
So that's like I'm like a professional voice actor, excluding
That's it, man.
audiobooks.
Yeah.
That's your one. That's your first one.
Yeah, I'm like it's honestly a little weird still that I actually got that, and but I recorded it. They took my first take after the audition, and then they paid me, and I'm a professional voice actor with Adobe on my fucking resume. So
Rad.
exciting!
Yeah.
I can only go up from here. So hey, if you make any animes or video games or like giving money to people, hashtag hit me up.
Mm.
Any of those
From my
three. Any of those
past
three.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Hashtag hit me up.
Yeah.
Yeah, roller coasters, ups. Well, actually, mostly ups, actually. I would say ups and downs, but it's been mostly ups, which
Yeah,
is,
sounds like.
I got to be
That's
careful not to
cool.
self-sabotage at this point and be like, no, it's going too well. I need to ruin something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. No. I mean, roller coasters generally do end up higher than they started. So keep going,
like
man.
I like that. I'm going to do that. I'm going for it. Yeah, well, thanks. How about you,
Awesome.
Captain J. Hansey?
I'll go last.
Okay. How about you,
Awesome.
Captain J. Hansey?
Jess?
Mm.
Jess? Where's Jess?
She's riding a unicycle to the bus stop to Vegas to the junk and the Atlantis and the moon and the rocket and the
You
Titanic.
skipped some. Oh.
No.
Die.
Die! No!
Sorry. I apologize. Wabbajack.
So if I have to get off the stage when you say that. Anyway,
Mm,
How do you get off a stage?
it's all wood,
big
isn't it?
hands.
And
Thank you both. Thank you.
isn't just glad she's not in this episode.
In it, just glad.
I said, isn't just glad. Shut up.
Oh. But
All
yeah,
right.
so I've been I've been playing a little bit of as I tend to do older video game. This one is Neverwinter Nights. The
Ooh,
the
absolute classic.
yeah, so that's been a lot of fun. It's kind of fun going back to those old D&D games in particular because
Mm-mm.
it's always like an older edition of it. So like this one is
Yeah.
3.5. I had been playing the original Baldur's Gate, which is second edition. That was really bringing me back to my the good old days of playing in my teenage years. But yeah, Neverwinter Nights, pretty fun. I'm told that the original campaign is not very good, which makes me think that I'm having enough fun doing that not very good campaign that I'm looking forward to doing one of the good ones after this. So
It's gonna
it'll be
suck.
fun. Yeah, but
Dare I ask what kind of character you've made in this? Like, do you have a type?
yeah, I usually in the video games I'll usually go with like just a human fighter, because I'm usually in it like for the story. Also, I feel like I have not, like from a character standpoint, I have not played every version of a human fighter that you can play yet.
That is staggeringly boring. I'm
Yeah.
just kidding. I just the joke was right there. No, I mean you get the human variant, and you get fighters, which can, depending on the edition, can like take special like up to 40 specializations or something.
Right. Well, yeah,
like a
3.5,
Battlemaster or
the
a-
cool thing with fighters is they get a feat like every other level. And so some levels they get 2 feats. And so it kind of
Dave.
ends
Oh,
up
I thought
being
you said a feat.
yeah.
I was waiting for a 2 feats joke from Dave.
Ah,
Oh,
but
Yes, Human and fighters with those variant rules. It's just like, hey, now you're an acrobat. Now you know how to use magic. Now you know how to use heavy armor and magic and sewing.
Right. Yeah.
All this shit up all the way.
Yeah. In 3.5, a human fighter gets at first level, they get 3 feats, like right off the bat.
If you don't play D&D, or if you haven't played D&D a bunch, that is like the equivalent of handing somebody like, hey, you're going to play this soldier. You get a shield and a spear. Cool. Also
you get 3 superpowers.
Yeah. Also, you don't need sleep. You can hear someone from 50 miles away. You can cast magic on yourself thrice a day. Have fun, but you're a fighter. Like it almost breaks the system. So okay, I take back my staggeringly boring, really funny joke.
Yeah. No, I next time I get to actually play like a real D&D game, I'd love to play a wizard and but really lean into like the strategic aspects of playing a wizard. Fireball is cool and all, but really when you're using the wizard's like massive spell catalog to be like controlling the battlefield and buffing people and debuffing others, that's where you really start like dominating as a wizard and it's funny because like people don't notice it. They're like, what did you even do this session? It's like, well, have you noticed how we've always steamrolled everything we've come across?
Yeah, I just assumed our DM was being a little bit of a bitch.
Yes, that's why he's always looking so annoyed. Yeah, so I've been doing some of that. Work is going pretty fun. My lead is going to be on vacation this month for a few weeks, and so they're having me kind of take over a lot of her duties. So that's kind of cool.
Less so.
Well, no, just like that. They're having me step into that and like do a little training at a higher level and all that good stuff. A little project management experience.
Remember the golden rule. Fuck you, pay me.
Yeah, this is not technically out of class, unfortunately.
Yeah, okay. Good. Okay,
it's
good.
Just
you've determined this already. Good.
Yeah. So but it is in a different. It's in the project management domain of IT, which is not something that I've gotten a lot of opportunity to work in. So it'll be good, resume building and all that good stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet,
so I will
dude.
not be in any way acting as like a supervisory thing. It's project management from a like more administrative standpoint.
Cool.
Yeah.
As long as it's not out of class and they're like, hey, by the way, it'd be super cool if you worked for free for the next 8 months while we said we're training him.
Right. Yeah. No, even if it was out of class, it would be for like 2.5 weeks.
Good.
So
Okay.
it's just until my lead comes back.
Good.
And 2.5 weeks. I mean, fish don't even live that long. So
I hate tuna week.
But yeah, that's most of what I've been up to.
Dang,
also,
exciting.
My wife has decided to start learning ukulele. So
Fun.
I have been listening to slightly out of tune, haltingly played chord progressions of Can't Help Falling in Love with You for, I think, a combined 24 hours at this point.
I take it back. That's hell.
At least she's not trying to learn violin.
So, yeah.
I did that alone. Thank you.
Yeah, that's what I've been up to. Yeah.
That's what we've been up to. All right, that's going to do it for this episode of Wasting All the Time. If you liked any of the things that we did in this episode and you thought they were particularly hilarious, then go to wastingallthetime.com/vote to let us know about it. At the end of the year, we'll take all those submissions, re-listen to them, put them up for review, vote, and come up with a top 10 list. that we will then listen to and chuckle.
Wait.
But until next time, my name has been Dave.
I was John.
And I remain Cody.
And we wasted all the time. Thanks ever so much.
Butts.
Good night, folks.
Congratulations, you've made it to the end of another episode of Wasting All the Time, an improv comedy podcast. If you enjoyed the show, be sure to subscribe on Apple Podcasts and Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. If you really enjoyed the show, support us at patreon.com/timewastepod, or go to wastingallthetime.com.